Hello and welcome to CQRA Podcast. This is where we get you insights of industry experts so that you can benefit from their vast repository of experience, from their knowledge, from the best practices that they follow, and also most importantly, how they make quality the mainstay, the focus of their construction projects. So, get ready for another great episode of the CQRA Podcast. I am your host, Architect Shruti Hussain, and the guest we have today is one such strategic leader who makes quality the mainstay in his projects. I am talking about Mr. M.K. Ravi Sai, who is the Director of Projects at My Home Constructions Pvt Limited at Hyderabad. Welcome, Mr. Sai, and it's great to have you on the CQRA Podcast.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the kind words.
I'd also like to tell our viewers that today we are doing something different. We are not in our regular studio space in Pune, where CQRA is headquartered. In fact, we have traveled all the way to Cyber City, to the City of Pearls, to the City of Nizams, to Hyderabad to have this face-to-face conversation with Mr. Sai. A really impressive profile, sir. You are an M.Tech from IIT Madras and you have more than 41 years of experience in the construction industry, which is a mammoth experience, and 30 years out of it is in the Middle East and the rest of it is in India here. And you've held senior and very senior positions in management. So currently you are with My Home and you are seeing, another mammoth sort of, figures in terms of the projects that you're doing. You're overseeing 25 million square feet of construction, which is right now in progress, and another 40 million square feet, which is still in the planning and the design stage. So these are huge numbers. This is construction at a really large scale. And what I want to know is how does My Home manage the completion, timely delivery of projects, given this large scale that we're talking about, when timely delivery in record time becomes such a big deciding factor, keeping in mind customer satisfaction?
Yeah, currently we are doing 25 million in the construction, and you said around 40 odd millions in the design stage. Yes, it's a big challenge.
Right.
Definitely it's a big challenge. Now, how do we manage the challenge? I believe in, I say 4 pillars.
Okay.
The first pillar we say is the meticulous planning. We don't just dive into the project. When the project is conceived, we spend a lot of time in making sure that realistic timelines are detailed out in a very systematic manner. Because the more time spent in the planning stage, the less surprises we encounter during the construction. So a lot of time goes in the planning. That's the first pillar I say, a lot of team members, we do workshops. How do we execute it? What are the challenges? What are the learnings from the previous projects? So all that put together and we make a proper roadmap, the first step. The second is, I would say, is the coordination among the teams, the second pillar I would call. Right. I have the design team, I have the procurement team, I have the construction team.
Okay.
A lot of times projects fail because there's a lack of coordination between the design, procurement, and the EPC.
Yes, that's
all
the
three.
classic place where
biggest thing. Everybody thinks, they are right. And they don't communicate to each other.
Right.
So we make sure that they meet right from the design stage to the last stage of the project. They meet regularly so that they discuss the problems. And the problem is small, it is resolved rather than, they flag up the problems. Either they resolve themselves or they bring it to the management, resolve it. So this coordination, regular coordination helps a lot in nipping the problem at a very early stage.
Right, rather than it snowballing.
Rather than it getting into a big thing.
Yes, okay.
And third is the most important, we say, is the use of technology. We at My Home, have inculcated a lot of technological tools in how we manage it. It's nice to have a plan, nice to have the meetings, but I think to get a real-time data, to really analyze the data and highlight the problems, we use technology to a great extent. These tools actually helps a lot in finding the solution at very early stage.
Okay.
And the most important, the last pillar is obviously the people.
Yeah.
Because you can have the plan, you can have this, you can have the technology, but if you don't have the right people, right partners, you are never going to achieve the project in time. And I believe, we deploy quite experienced staff ourselves.
Okay.
And we make them to own the project. All our partners, anybody, our staff, our contractors, our consultants, everybody, we make them to feel that they are the owners of the project. Then only they'll be able to take the project to a logical conclusion.
Right.
So these are the 4 pillars on which we work. That's why we are able to deliver the project with very little, disruptions on time. So we just say that, we don't set the timelines. I say we define the timeline so that everybody gets to that line.
That's really, well put, that we don't set them, but we define them very well. So you have a plan and you work towards it. And actually taking people along, that was something that is very, very important.
Without the people,
yes,
you can achieve nothing. People means not necessarily the My Home staff, the partners with which we work, right from consultants to the contractors to the vendors to everybody. Everybody has to be synchronizing in one team, then only we'll be able to deliver it. Because at My Home, when we say we got to hand over the project on that day, never in the history of My Home we delayed the project.
Yeah, that's
our USP.
Exactly, that's something quite impressive, and it's a very important kind of culture to inculcate, that timely delivery. Mr. Sai, you touched upon technology, and that is something that is also defining how we work in every sector, not just construction. And you have in fact set up a state-of-the-art precast plant.
Yeah.
And this is for the construction of India's largest precast commercial project that is coming up in Hyderabad. So that's also one of the firsts that My Home is doing. And you are using BIM technology up to 7D.
Correct.
And you've also implemented a lot of tech innovations to sort of curb wastage of materials, of water on site. So all of these, apart from, in the processes, you have done this as well at the construction site. So I want to know, what is the role that technology is playing right now in the construction sector, and what is it that people working in this sector should pay attention to?
See, technology is no more a supportive role. Gone are those days,
Yes.
Where technology is just a supportive role. I feel now and the future, technology is the heart for the future construction. Technology plays the center role.
True.
So we realized that, and we looked at various construction technologies. You have traditional construction, which has been going on for the last 40, 50 years.
True, yes.
Unfortunately, the skill set of the people are reducing it. There's no more available. If I had to do a traditional project, probably I require 3,000, 4,000 skill set people.
Ah, yes.
And especially when you have to set the timeline, skill set people required is very important. So we are not finding them in India, not only in India, I think. So the only answer to ensure that you do the construction in time to the quality is make the construction as a manufacturing unit. It's no more manufactured at site. In manufacture you get quality and consistently. Day in and out you get the same quality. That's the reason we spent a lot of, looked at a lot of technologies, and finally we zeroed to the precast technology. So that's how the precast has evolved into My Home. So we set up, because we had one of the largest commercial project coming up. So we wanted to do that at a completely innovative way.
Okay.
So we looked at the precast technology, and we set up our own precast yard, 5 million SFT yard in the site.
Okay,
And then that's where we started constructing this. In addition to that, what we did was just not the construction technology, we used design stage the BIM technology.
Okay.
It's the first project where we have done BIM technology up to 7D. Nobody in India, as far as we know, has ever attempted in a single project
Exactly,
up to
yes.
7D.
Okay.
So that, right at the design stage, the construction timelines, the budgets, the as-builds, and the maintenance. Everything we model it and we visualize it well in advance so that we know what are the problems we can foresee and how we can address it.
So it's like having a digital twin?
Digital twin, exactly. I can see the constructed building right now in the computer.
Yes.
Not only me, the whole team members can visualize it. The biggest is, of course, the clash detection. We can avoid the clash detection, but that's only a small part. That's at the 3D we can stop it. We went the progress monitoring,
Okay.
the budgets monitoring,
Right.
then
yes.
as built, so that whoever comes into my building, it's a tenant lease building.
Right.
So when the tenant comes, he knows exactly where my services are. So his design becomes very easy.
Okay, so when
And
they come
when
in
they
and
come in,
set
it
up their
becomes very
office
easy.
space.
So this was the BIM technology has helped us a lot. I mean, this is just one part of it.
Right.
Then what we did is we have used Optic view technology.
Okay.
See, what happens is, let's say we have each project about 4,000 apartments. So it's about 15,000 rooms. Physically, it's impossible for me to go in each room and check, not only for me, anybody. So we have done this drone optic view technology, wherein I can sit in my office, I can physically see each room. If I want to know flat number 20, bedroom number 3, I can peep into that room and I can see how far the works are done, how is the quality, how is the safety, various things I can see. That's one of the real achievements. We have worked on that for last 2 years, and now we are implementing that in every project. That's a very, big achievement. It helps us a lot. Because even the site engineer to walk around to so many apartments is very difficult. He'll just depend on foreman to say, yes, it's done, it's done. So at least the manager can see if it's done or not done. So the 360-degree camera captures everything and then it highlights me. I can go back to 1 year back and see how it was and where it is today. I can see everything there. Like that, many technologies. In fact, what we are doing is we actively pursue with the T-Hub and the startup technology guys, construction related one.
I see.
So
okay.
we make it a point that every year 2 new technologies are tried in my home.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's because it's a vision that 2 new technologies should be tried.
Okay.
They are successful, fine, implement it. If they are not successful, try something else. So we interact quite regularly with the T-Hub, all these new young startup guys.
So you are also being like an incubator.
Yeah, incubator,
for,
because they said,
tech.
okay, we'll fund you. You come and experiment your technology with us.
Okay.
Really, like
That's
the drone
really interesting for construction
because
technology.
construction is still unfortunately very primitive. Nobody
Yes.
wants to use the technology.
Very true. It's very hands-on. It's very labor-intensive.
Very
Even in an
labor-intensive.
economy like India, where there are so many migrant workers also involved in the whole construction
See,
process.
if I tell you the precast one, the traditional one is 3,000 people. I manage precast at 700 people.
Okay,
It's a massive reduction.
Yeah, incredible figures.
Massive
yes.
reduction. It not only helps me to reduce my setup costs, it helps me in sustainability also. I don't have to maintain transport, waste generation from the labor. So many things are saved.
Very true.
That's
yeah.
a really big takeaway for me in the precast technology. In addition to that, the drone technology is one thing we use extensively.
Okay.
It really helps me to get the quantities of excavation in matter of few minutes. I think if we have to be a leader in the construction, technology is the only answer. Adoption. If you don't adopt, you'll be a dinosaur.
Yeah, you'll be left behind. Totally.
You'll be
yes.
left back. There's no way.
Yeah, I see that from your complete explanation of
Chairman
what you're doing.
and ourselves, we rely heavily on technology. We really heavily on technology. And at least 6 to 7 new technologies are fully matured now. I'm quite happy, and we are leading in that actually.
Yes, that's amazing. And we had a nice talk on technology, and I'm now moving to quality. You have worked in various sectors, in your career, not just, say residential or commercial, but I believe in power, oil and gas while you were in the Middle East, and also high-rise buildings, industries. And you've had really prestigious clients, I believe the Palace for the King of Oman, and a lot of letters of appreciation from various companies. And you've managed these large teams of managers, engineers, and everybody on site, along with a thorough exposure of construction technology as well. So I want to know, how have you managed to keep quality also, with so many players in the field? What is your playbook for quality management in construction?
We always believe that quality is not an accident.
Yes.
Quality doesn't come by accident.
Definitely not.
It's a mindset. Both quality and safety, for me, it's a mindset. It's a culture. The quality systems, when we talk about quality systems, I give importance to 2 factors. One is the culture and is the systems.
Right.
If these 2 doesn't integrate and marry themselves, you are not going to get quality. End product is not going to be quality. You can have a beautiful systems.
Yeah.
If the culture is not there to embrace that system, if the culture is not there to appreciate the, what is that I am looking for, then the quality is not going to come. So definitely. So what we did is, with a lot of our experience, we have drawn out a robust but a very flexible, we call a playbook.
Okay.
What are the factors I incorporate in that book is, the first and foremost is, I define very clearly what is our expectations. Because a lot of times we don't define what is that we want.
Right.
I mean, quality, quality doesn't mean that, marble is a quality, tile is not a quality. It's a conforming to agreed requirements. If I tell you that I give you a tile, I give you the best tile. If I tell you that I give you marble, I give you the marble quality. If somebody thinks that, okay, by giving marble, I'm giving a better quality. No. We agree certain things, and I give you exactly what I agree. That is the quality, simple terms.
Right, yeah.
So I define, first and foremost, I define my expectations, my requirements very clearly to all my team members, everybody, all the partners and everybody. We said, this is what we expect. This is what our requirements are.
Yes.
The first focus, very clearly, simple words, we clarify to them, this is what the company expects or requirement. Then the second step we do is, simple but effective protocols are defined. Because I need to define the protocols. Okay. How that requirement, expectations are executed through. Okay. And they need to be well understood. I can't create a 500-page document and say, follow.
Yeah, like read this.
Read this.
Nobody's going to read it.
Work. It's not going to work. Because unfortunately, in the construction industry, people they work in hot sun. They are not so, all are well educated. So I had to make it very simple but effective protocols. So you understand this and you own them. Unless we really own these protocols, we will not be able to use them.
Yes.
And then I make another important point to all the team members is that don't do reactive reviews.
Yeah, I think
that
you've nailed it. That's the crux.
Thing,
yes.
And something goes wrong, we fix it.
Yeah.
All your reviews shall be proactive.
Okay.
Be it an audit, be it an inspection, be it whatever it is. From this, take the points and do a proactive so that the problems at very early stage is fixed before it becomes a big problem. Unless you do a proactive approach to the problems, you will never be able to fix the problem in the long run. And the last point I really make very clear to all my team members is that you have the design guys, again you have procurement guys, you have construction guys, and you have the client who is defining his expectations. All four should sink in. They need to work in a line so that the puzzle, gets fixed.
Yeah, the pieces of the
Pieces
puzzle.
of puzzle gets fixed,
Perfectly.
and 100% the end result is the quality.
Okay.
If we don't, understand the requirements of everybody, we will never be able to achieve it. These are the simple, principles we practice and try to explain to our staff that, this is how the quality is achieved.
But very effective, I would say. I'm sure you're seeing the results, of course, that making people, even the lowest common denominator in the whole chain of events, invested in quality. Like
Yes.
you said that for them to understand how will their actions
If
kind
they
of
don't understand,
help.
if they don't own it,
Yes.
nothing is going to
Owning
Nothing is going
owning
to
your
work.
own work and the
Absolutely.
whole protocol of the company. Really interesting, and that gives us a lot of kind of insight into how quality should be approached and how it can be made like a mainstay, a focus of projects. So you've also been named top 100 CEOs in the Middle East by Construction Week UAE, which is an amazing achievement. And again, like I mentioned, you have appreciation letters from companies like Occidental and Shell for an excellent safety record. And you've also, you're qualified in ISO management, you're a lead auditor in EMS and QMS, and even for occupational health and safety. So, safety and quality management, become really important things in terms of construction. And there are a lot of hurdles also that companies face. There are challenges. So what do you think are the challenges that you have seen in your journey, and how can companies kind of address those challenges and make their performance better?
Most of the big challenge in the safety and management, quality management system implementation is that generally it is because of two factors. I would say one is inconsistent application.
Okay.
And inadequate ownership at the ground level.
All right, yeah.
When I say inconsistent application, there's a big gap between the policy and the practice. A lot of people make beautiful documents, but they do not care how these are implemented. At times, adequate budgets are not given. At times, adequate trainings are not given. At times, you make the document, you copy from, let's say, UK document, you copy and try to implement in India.
Indian conditions.
Indian conditions. You do not understand the culture of it. You don't know the IQ levels of the people you are working. So these inequalities, the system will fail.
Right.
You need to understand and really make this document or the systems which are relevant to this condition. I mean, I worked in the Middle East.
Right.
Even in the Middle East, if you work for Shell or DuPont, it's completely different. For them, the safety starts at home.
Okay.
He says, it is the mindset. You can't be a different person at home and office. If you are not safe at home, you can't be safe at office. So I will not separate you home and office. But a lot of places, I said, you be safe at office. I care only for that.
Yeah, I don't care what you do otherwise.
Exactly. But whether in Shell and DuPont, they say, no. We want you to behave the same way as you behave at home and office. Because you can't change behavior overnight.
Yeah. And it's a mindset, like
Exactly,
you say.
mindset.
You're inculcating a mindset.
Right. So, obviously, when you work in India, you got to understand the mindset of the people, and you have to develop the procedures, and you got to support the team by giving training, by giving budgets, by giving skilled advisors.
Right, yes.
And the second part is, unfortunately, the team at site, the down-level team at site, they don't own it. They don't, ownership of safety is not there. Safety is, if you ask who is responsible for safety, they all show you a safety manager.
Okay, but not themselves.
I said, no, if something happens, he is not going to die. It's you who is going to get hurt or die or whatever it is. We define that safety, everybody is responsible. There is no, they are advisors. Right. They are advised because they know more about subject. They'll advise you. But responsibility, accountability, each and individual is responsible for that. So that's how we started it.
Okay.
And then we start working towards it. And then what happens a lot of time is that, nothing happened. The last 15 years I've been in this field, nothing happened. Why should I?
Okay.
Or in the quality, I've been doing like this. People are accepting it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this?
Okay.
So we try to change that mindset and say, no, safety has no holiday. Don't think that if it doesn't happen yesterday, it is going to happen, not going to happen today. And it's not going to happen to you. You could be a lucky person all these days. Tomorrow, the luck may not be with you. So that is how we try to get them and own the safety and quality, both.
Okay.
So it's slowly working towards that. And, touch wood, in the last 4-5 years, we have done exceptionally well in getting them into our fold. First few years, there was a lot of reluctance because everybody thinks that safety and quality costs. Okay. Time and money. Everybody, that's the thing. No, sir, it takes more time.
Okay.
I said, if you have a proper access, proper things, you can do much faster.
Yeah, once your systems
are in place. So now, a lot of realization has come. So able to win over their confidence. Okay. Because without their confidence, your manuals, your systems, your technology.
Yeah, it falls flat. It doesn't work.
Nothing is going to work.
Yes.
So touch wood, because we work, almost 15,000 people every month. Yeah. So it's a massive.
Massive. It's really at scale.
And we are the first guys to get the climbing platform for the safety for the people to work, because we built high-rise buildings, 50 stories. We invest. We don't compromise on the initial investment for safety. And we have set up a state-of-art training center.
Okay.
And where we every day, it's mandated that you have to attend so many safety training programs, you attend so many quality training programs, you attend so many leadership training programs. So it is a part of their KPI. So these factors help me to, improve upon the safety and quality and implement them successfully to a great extent.
Yes. And My Home's USP is high-rise, and high-rise that are environmentally sustainable. So you've got a lot of your buildings that are IGBC Gold or Platinum rated, and you've also got awards from IGBC Green Champion, and also an International Sustainability Leader Award recently at London. So we can see that sustainability plays a big role. And given the impact that construction has on the environment right now, and keeping in mind the ESG goals, how do you incorporate sustainable building practices, and how did you kind of decide that this is what we have to now focus on, apart from, of course, quality, safety and these things, but sustainability is important now. So how do you what is your playbook for that as well?
Actually, see, maybe in 70s, people talked heavily on the quality.
Okay.
Then 80s, 90s, they talked about safety. In India, I'm talking.
Okay.
I think today, people are talking about sustainability. Yes. So 5 years back, we have taken sustainability as our core, activity, because we know that we have more or less matured systems on quality and safety.
Okay.
But sustainability is, we are practicing it, but like bits and pieces. It's not a very structured manner for the ESG and all. So we are the first guys to create a sustainability department headed by a vice president.
Okay. So it was...
We had to bring in, because we don't know what are the things to do. What is net zero energy? What is net zero carbon? How to achieve it? So we had to bring in a lot of experts into the company to advise and to lead the roadmap for sustainability.
Okay.
We have drawn up a roadmap for sustainability up to 2070.
That's,
A long
impressive.
term.
Yeah, it's very
We have
long
done
term.
complete,
Yes.
That's just a vision document.
Okay.
Then we have broken into a 5-year document. We have broken that into yearly document.
All right. So what
Then
do you achieve in every
achieve
year?
it, and then a monthly document. They need to present us every month what is that we do in terms of sustainability. Getting green building certification is one part, I would say that's the easy part. And say, we are mastered in that, there's no
Okay,
issue in getting the building to green
certification
building.
as such. Okay.
Then our real focus is how do I get net zero waste? How do I get net zero water? How do I get net zero energy? How do I get net zero carbon?
Right.
So I'm glad to say that our Grava building now we have got net zero waste and water in the design,
Okay.
and we'll be getting the net zero energy too. And we have done the life cycle analysis of our project. It's very interesting to note that with all the technology and the initiatives we have taken in sustainability, our embodied carbon
Okay.
on the building is one of the best in India by far.
Okay.
It's a 489 kgs per square meters, while the traditional building is only 700 plus kgs per square meter.
Oh, wow.
We were
Okay.
talking to the Google guys, they were amazed. I said, whatever building they had up in India now, is none of it is actually meeting that 489 kgs per square meter. So we basically minimize the carbon embedment by going for green products
Right.
or green technologies or other technologies, so that you want to cut down the carbon. One is at the design and construction stage, second is the operation stage.
Very true. Yes.
So operation I can improve. Once whatever I built into the carbon into the building, that's it.
That you
it will
cannot
remain
change.
as it is.
Yes.
So we cut down that first in the design stage and construction stage to 489 kgs. That's a big achievement.
Yes. Yes.
And we are on the ESG factor. We have gone and last 4 years we have been working on the ESG principles. Last year we went for validation of our systems. The UK company GRESB, and we are fortunate that for the first time we got 92 percentile.
Okay, that's
So
okay.
yesterday,
Another feather in your cap.
Yeah, that's yesterday we submitted the second year
Okay.
submission. So both in environmental, social and governance factors, we work very heavily because we want to be the leader in sustainability. Because if I want to be in the business, I think people take it granted that quality and safety, by default it has to come.
Okay.
If at all, what is more you have to offer? How, better building you can give me. Because I'm going high rise. Naturally, how much daylight I give you, how my air quality is, what's the greenery I give you, what is that extra I give you? Because, you can't expect me to stay in a concrete jungle and then live my whole life.
Right.
Because office is jungle, house is jungle. So how do I make it a sustainable, resilient, future-ready buildings?
Which has that humane
Human
angle to it also.
The daylight, the air quality. We measure the air quality in the office, and we do everything so that, to extent possible, we try to live with the future requirements. In the business, if you want to be the leader in the business, you have to embrace sustainability. That's why IGBC has given us the Green Champions Award for Telangana. They selected us, whatever efforts we put in sustainability and waste minimization. We do a lot of initiatives.
Initiatives in that as well, yes. Yeah, it was really heartening to kind of hear all these, great achievements and the way you are incorporating it. Because it had become more like a marketing gimmick that our buildings are platinum rated or, so and so forth.
Very true, very true. But anybody who doesn't embrace sustainability today, somebody will come and overtake you.
That's true.
Because people are getting fed up of, living in a building which does not give you the daylight, does not give the air quality, does not give the greenery. Because I live in 55 floors. if I don't create the environment outside for him, because then I can't go to park, I can't, there's no more parks much.
Yes.
So I have to create all that within that environment so that he feels, his life becomes, quality life.
Quality life. Yeah, very well said. Yes, that's a great vision to have. Coming again, I'm just shifting the focus back to quality and about having a quality partner on board. So, CQRA is one of the leading companies in the country that does audits in construction, quality, safety, and quantity surveying. And when you have a third-party inspector for quality and other services on board, how does it positively kind of impact the quality culture as well at your site, at your entire project, wherever it is?
Yeah, I think our associations with CQRA goes back a long way, almost, and they do majority of our projects. I think it's our association and the partnering with CQRA, I must honestly say it has helped immensely. It is not just on the technical part of it. They are not there just to check the technical part. I think they are there to help to change the culture thinking of our staff below. And how do they excel in making sure that whatever vision of quality requirements is actually, they raise their standards so that they achieve this quality. It is not just auditing. They are not there as an auditor for me. Just auditing is just a part of it. I think they are there as a gap between the management and the staff at site in transforming my vision in a simpler form to the people and giving me a feedback of, how do the people feel about it? What are the difficulties they face? So they act as a mirror to me, in fact, showing me the good and the bad. Maybe some of the systems we put in may not be working. Maybe they are too difficult. So they really help us to, understand that, the feedback, and then do a correction. And always, we keep thinking at times, we also have people, qualified people, why not? Why you need a third party? But then we believe that what happens is when you have in-house same qualification, at times you tend to get biased because you are under pressure. We are under pressure. It happens. Whereas a third party is unbiased, So he shows me in a true picture of what is right, what is wrong. And another biggest help we get is it validates our, whatever we say. So a third party for a customers, it's a validation. Look, I can say I'm the best, everybody says.
That's true.
But I think a third party, as reputed as CQRA, telling that yes, it helps a lot in terms of credibility of this one.
Yes, very true.
First, and I think the biggest benefit I see at CQRA employing is trainings they conduct on site.
Yes.
Because it is a lot of people think that quality means just tick mark. That is how it starts. Yes, I've ticked it, tick the box, and the document is there. You check it. No, I think train the guys so that your checking time and checking things comes drastically down. So the training really helps a lot, and they do very good training programs, and really helped us. I'm very pleased with that actually.
Great. That's good to know, and that's you said it. You put it really well that it's a mirror to what you're doing, and it validates.
It's validating, and it's telling me good and bad about us. Where we are going wrong, and then I can correct it because intention is to give a quality product.
Yes.
Sometimes whatever we put, either it is too difficult to implement or it's completely irrelevant to implement. Then at least we know we change it.
Mr. Sai, we spoke about technology and all that it's going to be now something that you cannot ignore. It's something that you have to, otherwise you will be a dinosaur in this age. So what according to you is the future of the construction industry now? What do you think are the trends that are going to happen and what should we watch out for? And prepare, basically. If you're somebody new in the construction sector, what should you do now?
Future of construction is not just upgradation of the building, specs or anything. That's not the future. Now, the buildings have to be intelligent, adaptive, resilient. People look at, that's the future buildings. So how is it possible? What are the driving forces if I have to make that? I would say again, come back to technology and sustainability.
Okay.
These are integration of these two will get me what I want in the future. And most important is, of course, we talked about technology, various technologies available, how they help us to, right from the design to the handover, what are the various technologies I use.
Right.
And the sustainability that helps me in designing the buildings and maintaining the buildings. I think one of the most technological factors which we are now using heavily into our industry is the AI technology.
Okay.
We are doing a lot of trials on AI technology because what's happening is the progress monitoring through AI is really becoming very effective.
Right, yes.
So we have doing a trial run on procurement, the building process, the construction, and the plant and machinery. The trials are going on, use of AI in each of these things. Because what's happening is in the progress, we monitor the progress through mails, WhatsApps, minutes of meeting, progress reports. None of them actually sometimes sync each other. Especially when all the reports comes to us, we are finding extremely difficult to review and find out what is wrong, who is the cause of the delay, or who is the cause of whatever it is. Now there is really AI tool which I have seen the demo from NEOM project. They used it. So it actually sits on all these things and extracts it and highlights to you that this is where your problem is. And these are the people that actually contribute to this problem.
Gives you actionable data.
Actionable data. I think it really helps me in identifying the real problem and addressing it very quickly.
Okay.
So the future is, while this precast technology and other things has come, but AI actually sits on all top of this and helps to a great extent. And another thing, technology which we are just in a trial basis is the 3D printing technology.
Okay, yes.
So that's
My Home is doing that.
Well, actually, we are talking to the guys from IIT Madras who have started this 3D printing.
Yes.
So we want to try that and implement.
Yes, which has been done in other places.
It's been done quite, but last 2 years we have been working on it, but we couldn't find a partner who could actually come and work with us.
So your alma mater.
So because all these landscape elements,
Right. Okay.
the 3D printing is the ideal thing for this one. So the future is sustainability and technology that takes the building to the next level. What I just want to say one thing is that it all starts with the leadership, visibility and commitment. If you as a leader, shown that you care for safety, you care for quality, you care for people, then people believe in that. If you just talk and you don't actually practice it, none of these systems is going to work. The example chairman gives is, at no cost, we want to do any project at the expense of anybody's life or injury. I don't want any of the housewives to feel uncomfortable in the house. You make sure that you design the house where the housewife, because she spends 90% of her time in the house, so you make sure that you keep her in mind, you design it.
Yes.
You built it keeping in the mind of worker, because he is actually slogging for you. So these are the real commitment, and when we go to site, we focus mainly on these things, Otherwise, if I just walk by, then people think that, oh, he's only just talking. That's one thing we learned and we implement is that whatever we actually put it in the document, we try to follow. We don't walk by. That's one thing we learned.
Practice what you
Practice.
preach.
Practice what
Yes.
you preach.
Yes, so it's a wonderful thought that keeping in mind the actual users, the end users of the product. So it was a wonderful conversation. Lots of things to take away, I'm sure, for our viewers. And thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you very much.